I don't think so.
Oh, I've never done a video like this, but I wrote the video down, so I have like something I'm reading off of here. So this is gonna sound really unnatural, but in this video I wanted to discuss like my thoughts and feelings over like the FNAF 10-year anniversary stuff so far. So we're gonna just kind of do that in this video, and yeah, I hope you enjoy. Oh, we're going. I don't know how to record this stuff. So first off, I want to talk about My Pop Goes. I thought it was a fun game, fun little spin-off from the Pop Goes series, which I have never played Pop Goes or Pop Goes Arcade, but from what I hear, they're pretty good. I assume they're good. In this game, it really did make me want to play those games, but maybe I will eventually. But it was very fun, but it was stressful. I was so stressed out during this game. It was hard, and it was difficult enough to make me angry. I was angry. I wanted to punch my screen on like night 4 or day 4 or whatever. But it was like still easy enough to not make me rage quit like I'll do with some games. But I haven't like discovered all the secrets yet, but I'll probably make like a video on me doing the secrets, and like it'll be a part 2 to my first video, which I already recorded. It'll be out like tomorrow or today, depending on when this video is coming out. But I'll probably play like the mini games and like discover all the secrets that I didn't in my first video. And I don't really have much more to say, except I love the art style. I love all the little collectibles and like the stickers and stuff. The art is great. I love like the backgrounds and everything. I love Pop Goes in this. He's so cute and small, and I just want to squish him. But the game is stressful. Really stressful. Oh, it's so stressful and hard, but I recommend this. I seriously recommend you go play My Pop Goes on Steam. It's on sale right now for like $3.99. And other than that, it's usually $4.99. So go play it, please. It's so fun and worth it. Next up, I wanted to move on to the Joy of Creation demo. I don't have much experience with the Joy of Creation. I've played it a couple times and I've seen YouTubers play it, but that's it. And the demo, I was unfortunately not able to play. I messed that up so bad. But I wasn't able to play it because my computer can't run it. But I did watch Daco play it, and I thought it looked scary. I thought it was terrifying from just watching it. Now imagine playing it. That was terrifying. And the animatronic designs are like absolutely terrifying. I think that Nixon like nailed it with the Ignited remake designs and stuff. And I thought the environment was just as creepy as the animatronics, and it was very scary from like watching it. I didn't even play it, and if you're playing it, I can just imagine how scary that would be. And Foxy scares me the most because he's very scary. His design is horrifying looking, and that's basically it for Joy of Creation demo. There's not much that I have to say or that I can say because I haven't experienced the game for myself yet, so I don't really have much input on this, but I think it's a pretty neat game nonetheless, and I'm going to try to upgrade my computer so I can play the full game when that comes out. But yeah, I really do love this game so far from what I've seen, and I can't wait to play it myself one day. And you should go check out Daco's video on it. It's pretty good. Next up is the free VIP interactive novel, which I haven't read at all. I haven't seen anything about it, but a YouTuber known as Jonnyblox made a video, or he did a live stream on it, and if you want to see the novel or maybe like learn stuff about it, go watch that, because Jonnyblox is a pretty good YouTuber, and I'm sure he did a pretty good video on it, so I'll leave that link linked in the description and stuff, but go check that out if you want to see the novel. I don't have anything to say about it because I haven't seen it, but if you want to know something about it, go watch that video. Alright, this next section is pretty long, so strap in, and just, yeah. So we're talking about the Scott Cawthon interview with Daco, and I was pretty happy with the questions that were asked and the answers that were given in the interview. Scott Cawthon finally talked about the box from FNAF 4, but I'm going to talk about that at the end of this section. But in the interview, Scott said, what am I reading? I forgot what my script was. In the interview, Scott was asked about FNAF World, and he said he wishes he could have done it differently. he made FNAF World with mobile in mind, so, like, he wasn't, like, using FNAF World to its fullest potential like it could have been. He also said he would have worked with a different dev team if he were making the game this time around. He also said that a FNAF World 2 could possibly happen if Scott was, like, really, really bored someday, which would be awesome. I love FNAF World. It's one of my favorite games of all time. And, sorry if I'm breathing really loudly. That's my fault. He said, another thing I want to talk about is Scott saying stuff about the movie. He said he was happy with how the stuff in the movie turned out. I hate reading. He was happy with how stuff in the movie turned out, but he did admit there was some stuff he could have done differently. He talked with, like, Blumhouse, I think, and, like, they're, like, working on the second movie right now. Scott said there were really, like, no issues or conflicts with actors or any of the team on the movie, and that's actually all I wrote about the movie. I thought I would have wrote more. Guess I just suck at writing. Anyways, moving on from the movie, let's talk about Steelwool Studios. I love Steelwool. Scott said that, like, Security Breach was supposed to have, like, a completely different and very specific story that was different than the one that came out in the game. And he also mentioned that COVID-19 conflicted with development of Security Breach, and Scott was talking about how, like, he didn't tell Steelwool, like, the full story. He just gave Steelwool, like, pieces of the story and stuff, and he admitted that the storytelling being all wonky and stuff was, like, all his fault, and it's whatever. I thought Steelwool did a pretty good job with what they were given. And Scott also talked about Burn Trap and said he wasn't supposed to move at all. He was supposed to be, like, more of, like, a prop that you could see in some dark corners, like, kind of like a hallucination, maybe. And fun fact about that, Burn Trap actually appears in the first teaser trailer for Security Breach, and if it's not the first, then one of the first one of the first Security Breach teasers, which is kind of cool. What am I reading? Oh, no, yeah, and then that thing where Burn Trap's in the first teaser, that should be on screen now, and if it's not, then whoops. Scott also says he can't talk about the Mimic, but he's very excited for the character. I am too, I love the Mimic, and he also talked about how he can't talk about... Oh, I'm just reading lines again. Whoops, I'm stupid. Moving on to, like, Into the Pit and Megacat Studios and stuff, Scott said Into the Pit started off as a small novelty game, and Megacat Studios just kept going and adding stuff, and then the game expanded and took multiple years to make. The game finally releases on August 8th, which is tomorrow or in 2 days, depending on when this is out. Scott also said that next, after Into the Pit, he would like Megacat to do a game based on Fetch, the second Fazbear Frights book. And now, like, before I get into the FNAF 4 box, I don't want this interview section to go on for so long, so if you want to, like, hear the full interview and hear everything I've talked about in, like, detail and more stuff that I didn't talk about, go watch the video yourself. I'll link it in the description, but go watch the Scott Cawthon interview 2.0 with Daco. And now into the box from FNAF 4. Scott said that the box was never fully fleshed out and the idea went nowhere as he made games, and he made the more games. And he said this, and I'll play the interview clip where he said this.
But then sometimes when things do progress, the roads aren't always the same roads as the ones that had been planned before. And so what that means is, even though at the time something was definitely there, something was definitely reaching out to be there, and I could feel that it was there, the progression of the story didn't go there. And so those strings never got pulled on, and those... and the other half of that idea remained in the ether, remained in my subconscious. All of that to say, there is something in the box, but I never pursued it, and I don't know if I can find it again. And I think that's...
And with that, he basically said that he forgot what was in the box. So, yeah. now moving on to my second favorite reveal of the event so far is the Dead by Daylight crossover. I personally thought it was going to be Fortnite, and I kind of got my hopes up, but I am way more excited for Dead by Daylight. I was and still am a huge fan of Dead by Daylight. I play the game quite a bit. I'm not that good at all, but when FNAF crossover chapter comes out, I'll definitely play it, as I have wanted FNAF and Dead by Daylight since I discovered the game back in like 2019. I hope like the crossover is with the movie specifically, because I think it would work the best. Like maybe the killer could be the Yellow Rabbit, while the survivor/survivors could be Mike or Vanessa or both. And I feel like the map could be the pizzeria from the movie, or like the forest from Mike's dreams in the movie. I don't know how the pizzeria would work though, because Dead by Daylight maps are usually pretty big. Now, not much is known about the collab, except that it's happening and it's coming out next year, so I'm just gonna kind of like move on, but I'm gonna say that I'm really, really excited for Dead by Daylight collab. This is like crazy, it's a dream come true and everything, and I just can't wait. Alright, now as of recording and writing this video, the reveal for today was the new Steelwool Studios game, Five Nights at Freddy's Secrets of the Mimic, and I want to talk about that, because that excites me. I woke up this morning, saw the reveal, and I was pumped, dude. I cannot wait. Now, this game excites me because I love the Mimic as a character. I think Steelwool Studios nailed it, and Scott nailed it with the Mimic, and I just love the Mimic in the Steelwool Studios games. The game is supposed to take place in 1979, is what I can tell from the trailer. And that is the earliest game in the FNAF timeline, even before FNAF 4 and Sister Location and FNAF 1 and FNAF 2. This is the earliest, and I assume that it will reveal stuff about Fall Fest, and it will obviously reveal more stuff about the Mimic, and I can't wait to see this game and play it whenever it comes out and see what it reveals. And not much is really known right now about it, except that it comes out next year, and that there's like this weird clown guy in a music box from the trailer, which is crazy, because it plays like the FNAF 2 music box, and that's pretty cool. Now moving on to the 5 Laps at Freddy's trailer. So 5 Laps at Freddy's is a FNAF kart game, kind of like Mario Kart, and it's made by Click Team, and the demo comes out tomorrow, or today, depending on when this video is done. But the game seems like it will have, like, secrets, sort of how FNAF World had secrets, and the trailer revealed some cool things, such as, like, a Midnight Motorist track and a Freddy Fazbear's Pizza Place track from Security Breach. And the Steam page also shows a track called Fazbear Hills, which I think was in the trailer, but that could be a reference to FNAF World, maybe? I hope, because I love FNAF World. And just any sign of that in modern FNAF would be awesome. Yeah. And then there's also supposed to be a night shift boss fight type thingy. And I forgot to mention this in like the tracks part, but there's also juniors from Midnight Motorist, and I just assume that's part of the Midnight Motorist track. And yeah, that's pretty neat. But that's all the things I really have to say about 5 Laps at Freddy's for now, at least. Maybe when the demo's out tomorrow and I make the follow-up video to this, I'll probably touch on that more. Yeah, that's all I really have to say about 5 Laps at Freddy's and its trailer so far. So yeah, it looks pretty cool. I can't wait to watch the demo, because unfortunately, my computer's probably not going to be able to run it, as embarrassing as that is. But yeah, I can't wait to see that, and it looks pretty cool. This section's also going to be kind of long, but I wanted to wrap this up by, like, talking about the FNAF Movie 2 teasers. So starting August 1st, the FNAF Scott Games Twitter account started posting teasers for the characters in the second movie. And it started off on August 1st, where there was a teaser for either Mangle or an endoskeleton. It was like the torso section of an endo. I'm assuming it was Mangle, but it also could have been Endo 02. And the second day of August, August 2nd, had the reveal of a pair of green eyes, which are undoubtedly Toy Bonnie's eyes. I mean, they have to be. Toy Bonnie has green eyes. And, you know, it's FNAF Movie 2, which is based off the second game. And August 3rd had the reveal of Toy Chica's face, but it was unpainted and everything. And, like, they were, like, making, like, a mold for it or something. I don't know how that stuff works, but that's what I'd assume is going on. And August 4th was another Toy Bonnie update. This image was like, it showed a guy working on the ears of Bonnie, Toy Bonnie, and the face for Toy Bonnie was also visible, like the head of Toy Bonnie was also available. And also the Creature Shop Wi-Fi password was leaked on this image, so that's kind of funny. I thought that was kind of funny. And then August 5th, which was yesterday, had an animatronic body. I can't quite tell who it's supposed to be though. Maybe Withered Bonnie, but also in the bottom corner of this image we can see another metal circle with the words W Bonnie written on it. So that's probably the Withered Bonnie animatronic, while the one in the main focus of the image is probably a completely different animatronic, probably one of the Withereds. And today, August 6th, the day of writing this video, the next movie teaser came out, and it's the top half of Withered Foxy's head. The head looks crazy so far, and it's not even complete. And also on the right side of the image, there's a black piece of paper that has the words Withered Bonnie written on it, which I think is kind of cool. Don't know what it could be. Maybe it's for, like, the face. Maybe to make it dark and stuff. But yeah, that's pretty cool, and I think Withered Foxy's head is coming along great so far. I can't wait to see it when it's done. Now, I did kind of want to do an outro to this video, and that is everything that came to mind while writing this. And that's everything that's come out so far, and I'll probably make a follow-up video on, like, Friday or Saturday describing my thoughts on, like, 5 Laps at Freddy's demo and Into the Pit and the other 2 movie teasers that come out in between then. And yeah, I'll probably write down my feelings there and talk about those in that video. But just bye, and this is just to keep you updated on what I kind of think for this 10-year anniversary. Anyways, bye and subscribe and stuff.